Leo Daily Horoscope for August 12, 2022. Daily Horoscope. With the presence of Uranus in the 10th house, you could assume a political position, since it is difficult to stay still in a moment of social change. You cannot be a silent spectator, so you could be publicly assuming your ideals in the face of some local situation, national or global. The moon in the 5th house will make you quite emotional. You will need to receive affection and attention from others. You need recognition from your surroundings. This will be possible since with this location it is impossible for you to go unnoticed. Wherever you go you will attract attention as you go. You may be in a mature and expansive relationship right now, influenced by the energy of Jupiter and Saturn in the couple's house. Jupiter brings you good luck and lofty love, and Saturn the desire for serious, long-term commitment. Your personal energy will manifest in a very reserved and cautious way, behaving stealthily like a panther in the African steppe. This capacity for introspection can generate in you important inspirations or enlightened states of consciousness. You may have the opportunity to get to know your neighbors better today. It is sometimes by simply taking the trouble to engage in conversation that we discover true affinities. Today, these circumstances could occur and you will be the first surprised by the quality of this first contact. And it's so much more pleasant to live in a less impersonal setting around your home. Unlike your neighbors in Leo, you rarely explain what drives you to act. You act, that's all, considering that the time for reflection should not be as long as some would like, otherwise we lose precious time. Today, however, you may well be seen explaining your reasons for acting. If you were a business owner, it would be a good time to organize a big mass. Your home will probably be the scene of profound changes or even upheavals. Among other events, you may have to move house. Your spouse, your children or your other relatives will be of invaluable help in this case. As your whole little world will be on a war footing, try to stay very cool, because any misplaced words or gestures could provoke negative reactions. Daily Tarot Reading. This is a turning point in your life. You will have to give careful consideration to all aspects of the situation and make an important decision about your future. You are well aware of the fact that you have to make a new start in your life, but you feel pessimistic and intimidated by the future. You are clinging to the past and the present, and this is holding you back from making the right decision. You will have to overcome your insecurities and put a definitive end to the emotionally draining situations that are hindering your personal growth. Daily Career Tarot. You are keeping your expenses in check and weighing the pros and cons of every situation in order to remain in control of your life. You have adopted a modest attitude and have focused your attention on your career in order to progress. Your fears and insecurities are preventing you from indulging your impulses and repeating past mistakes. Your self-restraint will eventually prove very beneficial for you. Your sacrifices and efforts will be rewarded, both materially and morally. Stay focused on your goals. If you show temperance and take nothing for granted, it will all pay off in the end. Health. You could experience discomfort in the legs and bones, due to the influences of the sign of Capricorn in the house of health. It is important that you consume calcium in the diet. Your emotions might be playing tricks on you today, and you'll have a hard time dealing with reality. Relax, don't worry about the details, and focus on your little self. Things will go smoothly if you manage to externalize your positive energy. Do not worry too much about the consequences, but rather worry about the means available to you to regain your inner balance. In short, be selfish. Here is an excellent day to take stock of all the little ailments that bother you. Why not consider a general medical checkup? Social Security offers you one free of charge every 5 years. Either way, lead a well-regulated life, because you will soon be attacked from all sides. Make a cure of trace elements. Drink sage tea and put wheat germ in your yogurts or salads. Get rid of the allergic tendency by sophrology or, better still, by acupuncture. Work. Pluto in the 6th house and in opposition to the Sun can generate conflicts with some authority figure at work, since you do not like to be given orders. You must strategically manage any conflict that may arise at work so that it turns out in your favor. In business, you will be very convincing, because you know your files well and display overflowing enthusiasm. Beware all the same of drunkenness, which could lead you to commit beautiful blunders. You sometimes have strongly held opinions. You are passionate, and you do everything you can to convince those around you. But today you will realize that you judged a person too harshly. Maybe it's a colleague of yours that you don't like. Even if this person is not perfect, you must take into account his past and his personal history. Try to be open-minded and listen to your loved ones. Money and luck. The energy of Virgo in the second house gives you a natural faculty for finances, as well as a great administrative capacity to conduct yourself astutely in business. You will probably need to solve some practical questions today. Put your nose in the administrative paperwork, your old invoices, your bank statements, It's time to clean up. Don't shrink from the daunting aspect of the task. While tidying up, we sometimes discover certain things that give us new ideas. Improving your living environment will be an investment for the future. The astral climate will be quite ambiguous on the money side, and you will have to remain vigilant. Not that the stars threaten you with a catastrophe, on the contrary, they could bring you a financial improvement. But Mars will complicate the game. Beware, in particular, of larger than expected expenses or investments. Control your urges. Love. You will need an expansive love in which together you can develop a bond from freedom. This does not mean that you do not want to commit, but you need to build a relationship from the trust and self-sufficiency of both parties. You will act today as a wise visionary. Take advantage of these ideal conditions to plan long-term projects and organize your work or that of your team for the weeks to come. Especially since you will easily find the right arguments to convince those around you of the merits of your proposals. With this aspect of Neptune, the agreement of your couple will be likely to be in good shape. However, beware of discussions of money, which could bring some clouds to your serene sky. The issue will have to be approached with caution and diplomacy. Single, you'll want to collect exciting adventures. Only, in the end, you will experience only a painful feeling of dissatisfaction. So, if you meet a serious person and they fall in love with you, don't push them away. There has been something on your mind lately. You have some misgivings. The day tells you to steer clear of such misconceptions as they are baseless and only create trouble. Today is a day of winning confidence and strengthening your love. Your partner has been supporting you all this time and is expecting some confirmation from you. It is time you talked things over and took your relationship to the next step. Today is a lucky day for you. Anything you do in good faith and warm intentions will be well received. But do not take your luck for granted and choose your words carefully. Your distant attitude has been worrying your partner, and it is time for you to put all the worries to rest by assuring your partner of your love and trust. A small token of appreciation in the form of a gift, a card or some special activity might seal the deal. Your partner is in a very receptive mood and is willing to listen to you and reassure you in all your endeavors. It might be a good idea to involve your partner in a venture you have been planning, as your relationship is a lucky factor for you and might positively affect your plans. Days like today do not come often. So choose your words and intentions well, and what you do today will affect your relationship in the long run. Lucky colors: burgundy, moss green. Lucky numbers: 5, 17, 34, 38. Love tarot card. The Wheel of Fortune comes out of the deck upside down today. When the card of luck and achievement arrives in its reversed position, your plans for happiness fail or are put on hold. Your intended bride or groom breaks off the engagement. Or you have to postpone the wedding due to health or money problems. Pay close attention to timing when the wheel is reversed. Seemingly unimportant schedule changes point to deeper issues. Your lover arrives late for your dinner date, offering a reasonable excuse. Within the next several days, he or she becomes mysteriously distant and elusive. The reversed wheel frequently highlights denial or delayed acceptance of some uncomfortable truth. Someone may be holding on to the past or taking refuge in immaturity. You realize you have outgrown a relationship you once thought would last forever.